Hey everyone, Kid Coach Jake with more hot news. Now, DoorDash in the headlines again. They overtake Uber Eats in market share and they're gaining ground fast on GrubHub. Now I'm going to share an article that was just released yesterday on this information. I've been talking a lot about GrubHub potentially losing their top spot, right? I know those of you who have been following me for a while and watched a lot of my videos. I've talked about DoorDash is on the climb and the rise. Now in this article, you're going to see exactly why DoorDash is on the climb and the rise and how they can overtake GrubHub for the top spot. Now watch this. Here's an article from Quartz on QZ.com titled DoorDash has overtaken Uber Eats in U.S. online food delivery by Allison Griswold. And again, this was just done yesterday, February 14th. So let me scroll down here and read on. San Francisco-based startup DoorDash has emerged as a dark horse in the food delivery race. As Postmates and Uber prepare to go public, DoorDash is raising another $500 million at a valuation of between $6 billion and $7 billion, the Wall Street Journal reported. That would add to the nearly $1 billion the company has raised to date, most recently with a $250 million investment led by DST Global and Co2 Management at a $4 billion valuation in August 2018. That is a lot of money. For those of you that are Shark Tank fans, you have a good understanding of what's going on. So you have your venture capitalists, your sharks, that have all put in their money, right? So you had the $4 billion, you had the $250 million, now you have the $6 to $7 billion, right? So it's like they're valued at, for the $500 million, the $6 to $7 billion looks like they might be giving up around 10% or so of their company, for that. So they're giving up pieces of their company for these companies to invest in. And they've raised a buttload of money. So those that think DoorDash is going bye-bye, think otherwise. And this right here, money talks and BS walks. They've raised a lot of money. All right, so reading on here. DoorDash will likely use that funding to grow its come-from-behind lead among food delivery startups. In November 2018, DoorDash overtook Uber Eats in share of food delivery sales in the U.S., according to anonymized credit card transaction data that analytics company's Second Measure provided Quartz. That made DoorDash second only to GrubHub, parent company of Seamless and Eat24 in terms of U.S. market share for online food delivery, according to Second Measure's data. DoorDash said it is a client of Second Measure. Food delivery isn't exactly an innovation, but that hasn't stopped the sector from attracting billions of dollars in financing from venture capitalists who think the food space could still yield a company the size of Uber or Airbnb. It definitely can. Investors are betting on trends like the decline of at-home cooking. People like convenience, man. We like our time. I don't like cooking. Plain and simple. And popularity of on-demand, app-based services to make online food delivery a mainstay of how the world eats. While many of the early entrants in the food delivery race have sold or gone out of business, companies like DoorDash and Uber Eats are still jockeying to see who comes out on top. Monthly share of online food delivery sales. Here's a graph that really shows. So you can see Amazon restaurants, they're at the bottom. I mean, they haven't really made too much of a push. Amazon has their other profitable sectors. Then you have Caviar. Pretty steady, right? They're down there, but not a big climb. They're not any threat. You have Postmates. Postmates is where they've been, the market share they've had for quite a while. So then you have DoorDash there. You look, DoorDash was pretty even. They were just above Postmates. And look at that big jump from just after March. You got May, July. Look at that. I mean, the big jump. And GrubHub, the biggest thing. GrubHub going down. And I've talked a lot about this and some of the reasons. And what's going to continue to force GrubHub to go down is the way they're operating, right? So they got rid of driver care. They're letting customer care handle a lot of the things. Customer care is canceling a lot of orders instead of actually remedying the problem like they used to. So GrubHub going down, DoorDash going up. What are you going to do, GrubHub? It's not looking good. Anyhow, that's data. That's just facts. So you can't deny that. So reading on. DoorDash was founded in 2013 with a model similar to competitor Postmates. Both companies hire workers as independent contractors to deliver orders on demand, usually food from restaurants, though Postmates also delivers from groceries and corner stores. Pretty smart. In exchange for steep fees. Customers ordering from Postmates or DoorDash typically pay a delivery fee and a separate fee, plus whatever tip they leave for the delivery worker. Such fees can easily add up, making the final price of an order much more than the cost of its items. They also get a percentage from the merchant, the consumer, and they beef up the total on a lot of things. If you look, you're paying more than you would at the restaurant or convenience store, whatever it is. Anyhow, let's not forget the cautionary tale of Sean Cook. Each company also offers a subscription service, Postmates Unlimited and Dash Pass. That costs $9.99 a month and waives or reduces fees on orders of $15 or more from restaurants it has a relationship with. They're smart. They realize the market right now loves subscriptions. Very smart. DoorDash's backers include powerful Japanese investor SoftBank. SoftBank's blowing their money fast though, which led its $535 million series defunding round in March 2018 and invested again in August. But smart of DoorDash, SoftBank's not their only investor. They kept adding on to it. Let's see. So SoftBank is also the largest shareholder in Uber, giving it a vested interest in the success of Eats, Uber's food delivery business. Uber has invested heavily in Eats over the past few years and pitched it as a pillar of the business ahead of a likely public offering this year, making it even more notable that DoorDash has overtaken it in terms of market share. Now, were they trying to hope to set up to merge there or something? They might have, but with this new round of fundings and other people jumping in, that's not going to happen. But reading on here. So, second measure estimated DoorDash held around 25% of U.S. online food delivery relative to major competitors as of December 2018. A few percentage points better than Uber Eats and up from around 15% in the first half of the year. Big jumps. Becky Sosnoff, a DoorDash spokeswoman, told courts the company attributes its rising market share to launching Dash Pass in August 2018. Again, subscriptions. Any business owner, you have to know your market and you have to know how your market's changing and change with them. Very smart of DoorDash. So, building out its roster of partner restaurants and quintupling its delivery footprint to 3,000 U.S. cities from 600 over the course of 2018. They've been doing work, man. This company's no joke. Granted, they're taking money from us, but that'll change. We reach more cities and with higher quality than any other service, Sosnoff said in an email, noting that DoorDash's average delivery time is 35 minutes. Uber Eats operates in more than 500 cities across the U.S., South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, and Australia, and New Zealand. Yes, Uber, you have global reach. At some point, some of these other companies will, and that's what they really need to survive long term. Now, whoever gets the global reach, they're going to be the top dogs. DoorDash was one of several on-demand companies that recently come under fire for using customer tips to subsidize worker wages. Because DoorDash couriers are hired as contractors, they aren't eligible for a minimum wage or other labor protections afforded to traditional employees. Now, yes, they've had a bunch of bad publicity, but I'm going to compare them to Uber. Uber's been on fire for years. And has that taken their top spot? No. It affected them for a bit when there was the hashtag delete Uber, but that had to do with a lot of political stuff. Everybody's since forgotten about that. So, here's some good data and facts. Great article to shed light on what's really going on in our market. Now, those of you that don't like DoorDash are not happy to hear this. I'm with you. I hear that. I totally understand. Their pay model is bogus. Now, I hope they're forced to change that model soon. We'll see how things play out in court or the pressure that's applied by the consumers with all the headlines that are going on now. Anyhow, I really hope that this forces GrubHub to step their game up. We've seen a lot of changes with GrubHub lately, some that don't affect drivers in a positive way, like that live tracking. I got another complaint yesterday, someone was tracking me. They jammed me up as soon as I arrived while I was dropping off somewhere else first. Anyhow, I explained to them, they understood, but back to what I was talking about. GrubHub changes. Will they step up their game to keep that top spot? I don't know. We'll see. But what they do have in DoorDash is driver retention. They're getting rid of contribution. We'll see how that affects things. And again, how things play out in the next 6 months or so. Thanks again, everyone, for watching my video all the way to the end, especially. Have a great day, evening, whatever time it is. Be safe on the road. It's crazy out there. And don't forget, work hard, but work smarter.